Hey guys, I'll be showing you a basic way to port codes from one region to another. So this works on any console, it's not just for the 3DS. So you'll need a lambda of the region that you're porting from and the region that you're porting to. So mine's going to be originally a USA code, and I'm going to be porting it to a European code. So I dumped these using the gateway lamdumper, the cheat menu thing. And then I opened up the dumps and gateway ram reference. I did read.bin. I opened them up, and then I did file export full dump, and then this gave me the 511 megabyte file. So we can ignore the 58.7 megabyte files. We're only going to be worrying about these 511 megabyte ones. So the first thing I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the region that the code was originally in. So mine was originally a USA CIA, a USA code for the CIA. So I'm going to do file open, and I'm going to find the USA one. I'm going to open up this one. So I've wrote up a nice tutorial and stuff. I have like all of the information here. So we already did chapter 1, so we're going to do chapter 2 now. So here's the code that we're going to be porting. So if the code has D3XX in it, add XX to the following line. So that's your address. So the 14,00000 is our equivalent to this XX, whatever. I'm not going to say them all. So 14 plus this following address. This is our address, so that equals. Oh, I did not mean to do that. Okay, there we go. So this is our this is our actual address. So I'm just going to say that just to make it a lot easier. So next we're going to go to this address in the RAM dump. So I'm going to copy this, and I have my hex editor open. I'm going to hit Control G on my keyboard, that means go. So I'm going to paste it in here. So here it is. It brought us to this because this is where our code is. So the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to search for like English landmark thing. I like to call it a landmark because like it's a thing that shows up on all the RAM dumps. It's not different across regions. So you're going to look for some English text. So this looks like some promising English text before it. You do not want to use English text that's after your address. You want to use it before. So this is where ours is, so I'm going to use this. So I'm going to click before it. I'm going to hit Control E, and I'm going to copy this start offset, and I'm going to call it landmark. It might take you a long time to search for it. Like, let's just pretend that this wasn't here. We would have to scroll all the way up, and we would have to keep looking until we find something. Okay, so here's some. So it will not take too long to find some. You can usually find something relatively quickly, but if you don't, then I guess this stuff might be able to work. But I mean, I would not count on like these random hex values and stuff working. I would look for English text. But if these do work, then good for you. I'm not saying that they won't. I mean, you can give it a try, but. So next, I'm going to open up my calculator, and I'm going to make sure that I'm in programmer. I'm going to make sure I'm in hex. So I'm going to go back here, and I'm going to do the original address. So that's this one. That's the one that we got above by doing this. And we're going to paste it here. I'm going to do that minus our landmark's address. So I told you to make the landmark before the address, so it'll give you a positive number. So that gives us 10. So let's copy this. So I'm going to refer to this as the difference for the entire tutorial. So the difference is 10. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to open up the other region's RAM dump. So I'm going to make sure that I keep this one open because I'm going to need it. And I'm going to open up the European one because that's the region I'm porting to. So next I'm going to search for the landmarks text, not the address that we got from doing Control E, not that. I'm going to search for the actual text. So first I'm going to select it over here, but now I'm going to select these hex values. I'm going to do copy, and I'm going to go over to the other one, and I'm going to hit Control F on my keyboard, that means find. I'm going to change this to all. I'm going to change this to hex values, and we can paste it in here. There's no need to get rid of these spaces. It'll give you the exact same thing if you do or if you don't, so don't worry about it. So then let's hit OK, and it finds it. So next thing that you're going to look for is if it's in the same memory region. So for example, if your code was originally a 14 memory region, it's not going to like turn out to be a 16 memory region or something. So it looks like they're in the same place. Plus the surroundings look pretty similar. As you can see, it looks similar above it and it looks similar below it, so I have a feeling that we got the correct landmark on the first try. Sometimes you might have to hit F3 on your keyboard. See, it'll say can't find it again. That's a good sign that you got the right one if it can't find any more results. So you usually want to look for long English text strings, not like just one word. Like if it was just chat, I would probably not use that. But since we got attention underscore pop-up, that's pretty long, so yeah. So next what I'm going to do is in the region that I'm pointing it to, the one that we're still in, I'm going to select the offset by hitting Control E, and I'm going to copy the offset from before it so it corresponds to this and this one. And I'm going to just hit enter twice to make some space. I cannot type when I'm on camera. Corresponding offset. Actually, I should probably call this landmark. Okay, corresponding landmark. So next what I'm going to do is I'm going to reverse what I did before. Before I subtracted these, but now I'm going to add the difference in the corresponding landmark in the hex calculator. So I'm just going to click out of it to reset it to 0, make sure I'm still in hex. So I'm going to copy the corresponding landmark. I'm going to paste it here. I'm going to do plus, and then I'm going to copy the difference that we had. So paste, and that equals this. So let's copy this. So this is our new address. So we pretty much ported the main core of the code. Now we actually have to port the code type and stuff. So in the next chapter of the tutorial, you're going to make sure that you go to the bottom and that you've done all this. So the code was originally D3. So I just pretty much copied and pasted chapter 1, but I changed add to subtract and stuff like that. So you're going to subtract XXXXXXX from the new address. So this is our new address. So I'm going to do this minus the XXXXXX, which is this. And that'll give us this. So now we have to actually put this into the code type. So I'm going to copy this once again, and I'm going to paste it down here. And pretty much what I say after this on this line is to use your brain. Don't be stupid and put it in the wrong spot. Any person with a brain can tell where this goes. It goes right here, because it's similar. Why would you put that right here? Why would you put it right here? It just doesn't make sense to put it anywhere else besides right here. So this will go right here. It's usually pretty obvious where it goes, so don't worry that you're gonna get messed up or something. It's usually pretty obvious. So now we've successfully ported our code. So that's it. If you were using a pointer code, it would be a lot more advanced. That's the BXXX code type. If your code was just one line, if your code was originally this or something, if this was the original code, then it would be pretty easy. You wouldn't have to put it back into the code. You wouldn't have to subtract 14,000 million, whatever the hell that is, from it. So yeah, thank you guys for watching. Like, subscribe, comment for more videos. This is a basic tutorial. It will not work for every single code in existence. It'll work for a decent amount of them, and I hope it does. So yeah, I'll see you next time.